Welcome to our Let's Learn Sociology channel's presentation on the psychoanalytic theory of Sigmund Freud. In this presentation, we will explore the foundational concepts of Freud's theory, including the structure of the mind, the stages of psychosexual development, and the mechanisms of defense. Sigmund Freud was an Austrian neurologist born in 1856, known for founding the field of psychoanalysis. His work focused on the unconscious mind and its influence on human behavior. Freud divided the mind into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is the source of our basic instincts and desires, the ego represents reason and reality, and the superego is the internalized moral standards and ideals we acquire from our parents and society. The id operates on the pleasure principle, seeking immediate gratification for our basic urges and desires. It is entirely unconscious and drives much of our behavior without us even realizing it. The ego operates on the reality principle, mediating between the desires of the id and the moral constraints of the superego. It exists at both the conscious and preconscious levels and helps us navigate the real world. The superego consists of our internalized moral standards and ideals, striving for perfection and often creating feelings of guilt when we fall short. It acts as our conscience, guiding us to act in socially acceptable ways. Freud proposed that children go through 5 stages of psychosexual development: the oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital stages. Each stage is characterized by the focus of libido on different areas of the body. The oral stage occurs from birth to about 1 year of age, where the focus is on oral pleasures such as sucking and biting. The key conflict during this stage is weaning from the breast or bottle. The anal stage takes place from ages 1 to 3, with a focus on bowel and bladder control. The key conflict is toilet training, which can influence personality traits related to orderliness and control. During the phallic stage, from ages 3 to 6, the focus shifts to the genitals. This stage is marked by the Oedipus complex in boys and the Electra complex in girls, where children develop unconscious desires for the opposite sex parent. The latency stage occurs from age 6 to puberty, where sexual feelings are dormant. During this time, children focus on developing social and intellectual skills and building relationships with peers. The genital stage begins at puberty and continues into adulthood. This stage involves the maturation of sexual interests and the establishment of intimate, healthy relationships. Freud identified several defense mechanisms that the ego uses to protect itself from anxiety and conflict. These include repression, denial, projection, displacement, regression, and sublimation, among others. Repression involves the unconscious blocking of unacceptable thoughts, feelings, and impulses. It is considered the primary defense mechanism from which other mechanisms develop. Denial is the refusal to accept reality or facts, acting as if a painful event, thought, or feeling does not exist. It helps protect individuals from experiencing uncomfortable emotions. Projection involves attributing one's own unacceptable thoughts or feelings to someone else. By externalizing these conflicts, individuals can reduce their own anxiety. Displacement is the redirection of emotions from a threatening target to a safer one. For example, an individual might redirect anger at their boss to their family, avoiding direct confrontation. Regression involves reverting to behaviors characteristic of an earlier developmental stage. Under stress, an individual might exhibit childlike behaviors, such as thumb-sucking or tantrums. Sublimation is the process of channeling unacceptable impulses into socially acceptable activities. For example, someone with aggressive tendencies might take up sports to express their aggression constructively. In conclusion, Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory has had a profound impact on psychology and our understanding of human behavior. Despite criticisms, many of his concepts, such as the unconscious mind and defense mechanisms, continue to be relevant in contemporary psychological practice. Thank you for watching. If you found this YouTube presentation helpful in understanding the psychoanalytic theory of Sigmund Freud, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content.